This morning I got a surprise. Pollex Palette came to my place. It was a nice gift. I'm always looking for things that I can use to change things around. Sometimes I do want to go out and paint spontaneously, quick, without too much setup. I have that easel right here, actually. This is what I use in my camper van. This is big, it carries a lot of stuff. With this, it's a project. It's so light, so that's a good thing. If you want to be carrying something while you paint, it must be light. All right, I want to use it. I think I'm gonna go out to do a study of rocks, study of leaves, of grass, and see the color, the true colors in nature. The last piece from a roll is something like this, and I keep it. Look, it came perfect. I'm gonna just cut this to this size. I was thinking always of having one done with carbon fiber because that's really light material. It's not as romantic and as beautiful as wood, but I think it's good and ready. I can take a few colors with me and just put them there on the spot. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be a small painting. I'm going to get small brushes. I think 3 brushes will be fine. Just having a nice range of primaries and some secondary colors here. Since this is so dry, I want to add a layer, thin layer of oil so that my brush will run nice and soft and smooth when I apply the colors. The good thing about this is that I can have it facing the sun, and if I have some shadows, I can just incline it. So this is the good thing about this portable palette. The way I like to do it is that I like to change the proportions in order to fit the feeling that I want to portray. Sometimes nature has those proportions, but most of the time it's our own vision, and my own vision requires sometimes some tweaking. Every painting, every masterwork has those distortions that look natural, and I'm looking for that. I like the mystery of that cave in there. Maybe a nutria's nest or something. It's very similar to the construction I'm trying to build in the background of my painting. I'm focused on the material and these differences of texture. The grass receiving that light, being spiky and dry, and all this stuff on the rocks here, and then the dirt. I like this combination, and that's what I'm looking for. Starting with my darks because my canvas is white, and it will be a nice contrast to start with the opposite. And the darks have a lot of cool colors because the light has a lot of warm ones. I like the Stonehenge feeling that those rocks have. This is a tiny painting. Even for this space, I'm getting the biggest brush that I have just to simplify bigger masses. I'm thinking of unifying the shadows, and I have that mystery space in there, that cave, and then the rocks on this side is giving me that shadow. So I like to unify all that. Then I put the surface that is catching light, is the whole grass with the surface of the rocks, and measure those values. The grass is cooler, it has these greens. I can see some purples in the shadows in the rock, but the shadow is also facing the ground. So the ground is reflecting all this warmth from the dirt onto the shadow part of the rock. So the rock has those high chromas in the shadow too. Things happen to us. I see that mystery cave there, and I attach it to the night and the mystery next to this light, bright. I started with the biggest brush to work on the design of simple shapes, and then when I want more details, I'm going to change to a smaller brush. I want to cover the whole canvas before I start judging things better. I went for the local colors, but now that I have kind of covered it, I can look more closely and design better. I want to bring all the colors to the darkness too, because shadows, sometimes we don't see that many colors, but there are so many reflections from the light, reflected lights from different materials, that it becomes really mysterious and bright in the shadows. These are some spiky grass here in front of the hole. There is a difference in texture between the ground that is kind of spiky with the grass and all this dry stuff, and then the dirt, kind of soft, compared with the rocks, like a solid, smoother mass. Okay, I'm gonna get a smaller brush. This is what I consider a study, coming here casually, looking at things, improvising, and then maybe looking for ways to incorporate it in the painting. And if not, it stayed as a fun experience. For my painting, it's a good exercise. I painted rocks, I painted shadows and dirt and grass. Even in a little space like this, it's a lot of research that go into it. It just requires a little bit of getting used to it. For example, putting my colors on this side, I thought it would be nice to have it away from my thumb. It was hard to get the paint like this outward, but it's fine. I've practiced. Even when we are drawing, sometimes we get used to a certain movement that is comfortable for us, and if we see a movement that is opposite, sometimes we don't do it because we're not used to it. This is good to get used to any type of movement with your hands and picking up paint from different places. Being a little bit uncomfortable, all my senses become more aware. It's a nice contrast to the practice that normally comes as a routine. So breaking the routine is good even in painting. 45 minutes of focus. Thank you, Pollex, for this nice adventure. And thank you, Valentina, for coming with me and getting dirty. Let's go.